Good morning, everyone. On today's show, it is the final day of March. And even though this awesome month is ending, it doesn't mean that the awesome times are ending because we've got a lot of good stuff coming up, which we're going to talk about on today's show. Notably, we have a lot of topics to cover, including what's the future for Disco Elysium? What is the schedule now that I've got some new games thrown into the mix out of nowhere? Also, I want to get caught up on a lot of things going on. Notably, my birthday bash is in less than a week, and we still haven't really solidified what we're doing for it, but I do have a big update in that regard. Also, it's DSP Tries It time because on this very stream, we'll be doing Chick-fil-A's Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich, but we got to figure out what else I'll be ordering. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of updates, and a lot of fun. It is a month-ending show on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
Alrighty, everyone. Well, good morning and welcome to the show. It's Monday, the 31st of March, 2025. Indeed, it is the final day of the month. It was a great month overall. Lots of great content, fun playthroughs, smart guys continuing, Lego builds finishing. We had a really good one, right? And before we begin, everyone say hello to Jasper Kitty, our special guest this morning. I would just like to say thank you for a great start to the week. Yesterday, we hit goals on both streams, meaning we're now at 82 out of 90 goals hit. At 90 goals, the next DSP Tries It reward is the McDonald's Minecraft meal, which launches tomorrow here in the United States. So, if you're interested to see what comes in that meal, to see the special packaging, the collectible, and more, let's hit these goals this week and keep that momentum rolling. Thanks in advance. Now, also, with today being the final day of March, excuse me, it also means that today is a unique day where anything that you contribute today, I will basically benefit from right away. It doesn't matter if you contribute on the YouTube side with super chats and memberships or subs over on Kick. Of course, tips I always get immediately, but since it's the end of the month, it means I'll be getting benefit from that right away. It's great to have a strong end of the month always. So if you like the stuff today, please contribute. Let's hit the goals. Let's get to 84 goals today, one on each stream, if not even better. And let's get that momentum continuing throughout the week. Let's get our first contributions of each kind. And let's go. All right? Cool. All right. So what is going on? A heck of a lot. All right. This week is a very busy week, but then we've got my birthday marathon coming up on Sunday. We've got a 100 goals celebration, which we have to now plan for, which we don't even know what it's going to be. Like, what's going to be the reward at 100 goals reached? I don't know, because we're already doing a marathon for my birthday, which kinds of, changes things a little bit. Normally, the marathon would be every 50 goals, right, Jasper? Right, buddy? But now we're already doing one on Sunday. So what in the heck are we going to do for the 100 goals reached? I don't know. So we got to figure it out. And we haven't even begun that discussion yet. But in reality, we didn't even figure out exactly everything we're doing on my birthday. Like, we know that I'm going to play Minecraft. We know that I'm going to build a Minecraft Lego set. And we know that I'm going to try this other new game that came out on Steam that you guys brought up, I guess, yesterday. I forget what it was called. Section 1, Sanction 1, Substance 1. Something to do with like a drug dealing cartel or something, right? So I'm not sure what else we're doing that day. We are going to have food. My wife's going to make some food. Schedule 1. Thank you. It's called Schedule 1. So we have a few things lined up, but is that really enough for the entire birthday event? I don't know. Maybe on the birthday event, we just kind of see what else people want for people that are there. Some people are saying, play more Inzoi. Well, I'm going to be playing Inzoi this week. We'll talk about that a little bit because we played it yesterday out of nowhere. It wasn't originally planned, and I have some feedback regarding it. And I'm curious what you guys thought. So we got a lot to talk. Kick is offline. You're right. Kick went offline. What happened? Hmm. Kick went down. That's weird. That's only happened once before. Let me try again. That's weird. Do you think Jasper touched the keyboard and turned off Kick? Maybe he did, because nothing else happened, and now it's working fine. I think Jasper might have touched the keyboard. I think Jasper was up here and he went boop, and he turned off Kick somehow. I don't even know how he did that. Yeah, I don't even know what button turns on and off the Kick feed. There's a button to click, but he didn't touch my mouse, but I think he did touch the keyboard. All right, that's pretty funny. Well, my apologies to the Kick viewers this morning. That was not intentional. I think Jasper accidentally turned the stream off. Well, no, if Kick turns off again, then something is suspect. But I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, so obviously we need to plan for the birthday marathon, which we will today. We'll talk a little bit more about that. We need to talk about the 100 gold reward. But in addition to all of that, there's some other stuff going on. For example, I played Disco Elysium last night, and I have some mixed feelings about it, which I'd like to share with you. Notably, I'm wondering, is it something that I should continue playing or not? And it has nothing to do with support at all. Just being honest, okay? And then in addition to that, I want to give you guys a few different updates, one of which is about the DSP Throwback channel, because I got a few questions about it over the last few days, and I'd like to give everyone an update and go from there, okay? So we have a lot to talk about. We do. Ton going on. And once we get through all of this stuff, then we can maybe jump into some Q&A and stuff like that. There's no notable game news today. I've been looking for game news, not much. In a couple days, we're going to be blasted with game news when the Switch 2 Direct happens, in which case that's probably going to be all the buzz and all the rage when it comes to gaming talk for like the next couple of weeks. So we'll get there, okay? Okay. Excuse me. So, let's talk. Where do we even begin? I don't even know where we began at this point. Here, let's just do this. Let's get the DSP throwback topic out of the way, so that way we can move on to other stuff regarding the schedule wise and stuff like that, because this is kind of an unrelated topic. Okay, so last year in January of 2024, I rebranded my old KO Gaming channel that had been sitting unused on YouTube for something like 6+ years. Okay, originally that channel was supposed to be a edited content channel, and for a whole year, it was reviews, countdowns, highlights, topical videos, video essays, etc. It was a pretty good channel for a year. It actually had a video that brought in over 1 million views. It actually made me a lot of money. Okay, it was a profitable endeavor, and I was actually balancing where half the day I would stream and half the day I would video edit for that channel. What ended up happening is the channel went defunct in 2018 when YouTube demonetized it for no reason. And I mean that. There was literally no reason. They didn't give me a reason. They didn't check in and tell me, oh, you violated a rule. They just made it so every video that I uploaded to that channel was demonetized. When I asked them about it, all they would do is send me a form letter response. Oh, here's the reasons why we demonetized. I said, yeah, but the channel has none of those. So why do you keep demonetizing it? And they never responded. So the channel sat there completely unused for many years as a backup channel. There was one point where YouTube had screwed up DSP Gaming because of Google Plus back when that was tied to it and was a thing. And I used the channel as a backup to upload. But for the most part, it just sat there dormant as, if I ever needed it as like a fail-safe or whatever. But then, over the course of several years, some ideas started to sprout up amongst the viewers. And one of the ideas was, did I ever think of possibly restoring some lost playthroughs. For example, I didn't always upload all my gameplay to the DSP Gaming channel here on YouTube. I used to have other channels. So, for example, I used to have DSP Street Fighter, and I used to have Red Dead DSP, and I used to have like Final Fantasy 13 DSP or something like that. I don't even actually remember what it was called. Maybe it was like Dark Side Phil Final Fantasy 13 or something like that. Now, the reason those channels existed is because way back when, over a decade ago, there were certain companies that were very copyright happy when it came to claiming stuff. Rockstar was one of them. Square Enix was one of them. So whenever you were going to post up a playthrough of one of those games, you had to be apprehensive. Were you going to get hit with copyright takedown requests? Okay. So I ended up setting up these separate channels for those playthroughs to protect my main Dark Side Phil channel. Well, guess what? The playthroughs went up without a hitch. People liked them. They got hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of views total. And they just kind of sat there archived on these channels for many years, not even monetized. I never even put ads on those playthroughs, okay? What ended up happening was over the years, I just kind of forgot about the channels because everything got uploaded to DSP Gaming. But then, all of a sudden, probably around like 2016-ish, someone got illegal access to the channels. They found this backdoor loophole with the whole Google process and found a way to log into the channels without my permission and take control of them, completely stealing them. Like, I couldn't even get them back. I tried, and I couldn't get control of the channels back, okay? They then streamed sports footage, including football and other stuff, and got the channel shut down. So basically what ended up happening was there were big prominent playthroughs from my history that had been lost to time. And there was no way to see them. They were gone from the internet. And people were pretty upset that you couldn't watch my original Red Dead Redemption playthrough or my original LA Noire playthrough or the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. Well, a few years ago, I just happened to be doing a closet clean out event. Over the course of the summer, there was some downtime, and I did a big like marathon where I just sat here cleaning out my closet, finding all kinds of goodies. We found collectibles, artwork, old games, all kinds of stuff. But notably, one of the things that we found was all of the external hard drives that I used to use to store all of my original YouTube content. And these span from 2008 all the way through like 2018. It's like a ridiculous amount of time, a decade of archived footage. Now, after that, I decided I didn't need to back up stuff anymore because, modern YouTube, you easily have ways to get these files, download them, etc. So, when we found those hard drives, eureka, an idea hit. Phil, since you still have all of those original playthroughs hard stored on these hard drives, would you ever consider re-uploading them on the internet so people can now watch them again? And we talked about this for like 2 years, how to do it. Because my concern was, if I were to upload those videos here to DSP Gaming, this channel would be absolutely overwhelmed with gameplay videos. We already have hours and hours of videos that I upload to this channel a day. Now imagine uploading even more, okay? Even more. And it's absolutely ridiculous, all right? So, I didn't want to do that. And we waited and we talked about it. And finally, working with certain people, editors behind the scenes and people who wanted to help out, I figured out a project. And the project was called DSP Throwback. We rebranded the KO Gaming channel as DSP Throwback in January of 2024. And we decided we would upload those old missing playthroughs to the channel, only it wouldn't just be the playthroughs. These playthroughs now would be edited together to be longer parts, notably around half an hour long, in some cases an hour-long gameplay parts. We're going to upscale the video. So instead of being peach fuzz-like webcam style from over a decade ago, it would make them fully HD. We also had frame rate upscalers. So for example, these games that were running at 30 frames on my console and recording at like 20-something frames now would be running around 60 frames on YouTube, okay? Plus, lighting adjustments, audio adjustments, proper titling, thumbnails, all the things that these ancient playthroughs were missing to modernize them. Okay, we started with Red Dead Redemption 1, the original playthrough, but then we continued on with Final Fantasy 13. Then we did the Red Dead Redemption expansion, Undead Nightmare. Then we decided instead of only focusing on missing content, we could also work on content that needs to be remastered because it just looks and sounds terrible. So we redid the entirety of the Fallout 3 playthrough from way back when. Then we started picking and choosing other missing content, such as the Dante's Inferno unfinished playthrough, and so on and so forth. It's a body of work. If you have never been there, okay, I strongly recommend you give it a look because it is a great channel for what it is, okay? It's a really good channel, in my opinion. If you want to see these ancient playthroughs, restored in a way that they're actually digestible. All right. Here it is, actually, if you've never seen it before. This is DSP Throwback on YouTube. It's just at DSP Throwback. And just to show you some of the stuff that we've done over the course of the channel in about a year and a half. Assassin's Creed 2, Resident Evil 5, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, the original Mass Effect 1, Silent Hill 2 HD, which we did in conjunction with the Silent Hill 2 remake, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, okay? There's way more than that. Let's actually go through all the playlists. Let's scroll all the way down here. So here we go. Final Fantasy 13, Red Dead Redemption 1, Fallout 3, L.A. Noire, that's right. The missing L.A. Noire playthrough was upscaled and uploaded to this channel. Okay? Dante's Inferno. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about this one. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Why is that one notable? Because the original playthrough on DSP Gaming on this channel is ruined. The music, the copywritten music, all got claimed and muted. So half the playthrough you can't hear. Now we edited it, so now you can actually watch the whole playthrough and hear all the commentary. It's all there. Okay? Plus Red Dead Online gameplay, which became a Suicide King series later on, and more. Now, in addition to that, in addition to the upscaled, remastered playthroughs that I put onto this channel, also, I did what was called Retro React. Retro React was that once a week on like a Sunday night, I would watch my classic gameplay from way back in the day and actually do live streams commenting over it with all of you. That included Dark Souls 1, the entire original run that I rage quit, Heavy Rain, the classic 2010 playthrough, a little bit of Bully, me reacting to some of my most memorable videos of all time with the highest amount of views, okay? My original Walking Dead playthrough, the entire season 1, which is 30 videos, so you're talking like 30 hours of content. Mario and Sonic at the 2012 Olympic Games co-op playthrough, which is absolutely hilarious. Rise of Nightmares, which is a Nintendo Connect game, or excuse me, Xbox Connect game that didn't really ever work. My original PS Home walkthroughs on the PlayStation 3 from back in the day, which PS Home doesn't even exist anymore. My original Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut playthrough. My original Silent Hill 1 playthrough. And that's it. So, lots of content, okay? However, as times changed and priorities shifted, the focus on this channel dwindled. For example, back in December, I stopped doing Retro Reacts. And I told you guys, hey, in 2025, I'll come back to it at some point when we so choose. And it just so happens, here we are entering April, and we haven't done it yet. Okay? We're still doing new stuff on DSP Gaming, and we haven't gone back to doing those Retro React nights. But in addition, the playthroughs have been on hiatus for a couple of weeks. You take a look. The last video was uploaded 13 days ago, and there really haven't been any new ones. So essentially, we're a good chunk into Assassin's Creed 2, and we're about 9 hours into Skyrim, okay? And so now people are starting to ask, all right, well, what happened? You were, pretty consistently releasing, episodes of these videos on there. Well, a few things have happened. Allow me to explain, okay? Number one, the viewership has massively dwindled. Massively. All right. We started off with these videos getting 1,000 views, each. And then it went down to maybe 700, 800. Then it went down to 500. Now we're releasing episodes and they're getting 100 views, if that. That's nothing. Okay. It's absolutely nothing. A pittance. 100 views on a video. And the thing is, there's a difference between, oh, I made a raw gameplay video and I just uploaded it versus, oh, I highly edited this video. I took all the old footage. I ran it through an editor. I upscaled it. I upscaled the frames, but also the resolution. I fixed the audio, so now the audio doesn't get claimed on YouTube, but it's you can hear all the dialogue now. And I did this, and I added thumbnails and everything. It's a tremendous amount of work. Tremendous. I'm not even kidding you. One video uploaded to DSP Throwback is about 8 hours of work. That's not me exaggerating. It's that much. It's multiple passes through an editor. It's me watching the video back raw, titling it, thumbnail, all that stuff. It takes a tremendous amount of work to put that content out. And so, I mean, you want to talk about diminishing returns. When we started the channel in early 2024, it was getting thousands of views. Now each video getting 100. It really gets to the point where it's like, wow, is this even worth the tremendous amount of effort? So that's number one, okay? Number two, we've already completed all of the missing playthroughs. If you're not aware, all of the ones that were gone, LA Noire, Red Dead, and the Red Dead Online, Undead Nightmare, as well as Final Fantasy 13, they're all there now. So all the stuff that was the premise of the channel has already been uploaded. It's done. We were actually extending the life of the project because people were enjoying it, but we saw the diminishing returns happen and we were like, man, this is just, it's not really panning out at this point with the amount of effort that's going into it. Number three, this is being very transparent with all of you. This is not an exaggeration. I'm spending money on the software to actually get these videos upscaled for the channel. So you have to pay for the software and all of that. The actual cost of paying for the software was more expensive than what I'm making on that channel in a month. I'm not kidding you. That channel, without the streams of the Retro React, because the Retro React streams, I'd make money on the streams. But just the raw content, it would be about, I'm not even kidding you, less than $50 a month I was making on that channel. And I want you to think about that. If every week there's 4 or 5 videos being released, each video is 8 hours of work. Right? 40 hours of work a week, 120 hours of work a month. And I'm paying basically like anywhere between $50 to $100 for the software to do said work. And I'm making $40 a month on the channel. Okay? Yeah. And then lastly, on top of all of that, I do have an editing team that does various different things for me. Okay? Some of them set up videos, set up streams, set up thumbnails, set up titles ahead of time. Some of them do work after the fact. Like if you remember back when my PC was having issues before I got the new one, remember sometimes videos would corrupt? So my editing team would go in there and would pull the footage off of the raw stream so that I have that backup video because I don't have time to do it because I'm still working and streaming, okay? My editing team were the people who are upscaling, who are adding the videos together into longer parts, stuff like that. Like all this work was being done by the editing team. Well, some of the editing team basically quit. Okay. So I don't have everyone anymore. So because of that, things have to suffer and change. You might have already noticed my thumbnails have changed. That's because I'm doing them now. Okay. I'm doing all the thumbnail work, which is, I like doing it, by the way. I'm enjoying doing the thumbnails. I hope you guys have liked the thumbnails in the last couple of weeks because that's been all me doing it. But that's me putting in even extra work. All right. So I just don't have enough manpower to actually have DSP Throwback operating right now. Okay. I don't. So, and the thing is, it's like of all the things that are going to suffer, what would have suffered? DSP Throwback, which no one's really watching, and the thumbnails, but I can easily make thumbnails myself. It just takes more time. So it's not a total loss. And it's not like I don't have anyone helping me. That's not true. It's just that the people who were responsible for certain tasks are gone now. Okay? So, you might say, well, so what does this mean? Right? What does this mean for the future? Well, here's what it means for the future. Number one, DSP Throwback is kind of dormant, and it's probably going to be for a bit. Am I thinking of maybe bringing it back in the future, maybe getting more people or different people to do the work? Yes. However, it wasn't popular. It was at first for the missing playthroughs. That was the appeal. That's what people wanted. The videos that aren't anywhere else, get those live. And we did that. We accomplished that over 2024. And I'm proud that we did, because that was the primary focus of the channel. Get that content live in a way for posterity that people can watch it. And now you can. That content is now preserved forever. And I'm happy for that. So yeah, good stuff in that regard. Okay. But no one really cared about the new stuff we were doing. Take a look at the views on Assassin's Creed and Skyrim. 100 views a video, it doesn't warrant the amount of work and time and money being put into the channel, okay? What I would like to do, excuse me, is possibly go back and resume the Retro React nights. Now, I just don't know when to do that, because as of now, we don't even have enough nights to cover the stuff that I'm doing. Like right now, for example, we're doing Suikoden 1 HD remake. We're doing Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, right? We're also playing, Inzoi, which we just started yesterday. We've got Atomfall that we're continuing. And we got multiplayer games in the mix, like Street Fighter and Call of Duty. Now, later on this month, notably next week, we've got South of Midnight coming out. We've got my birthday marathon coming up. We've got all this stuff. So with all that happening, how on earth am I actually going to juggle Retro React nights? And the answer is, I'm not. I got too much going on right now, okay? Perhaps in the future, when things calm down and we're not juggling as many games, right? Then we could say, all right, let's bring back the Retro React stuff. Or maybe for a while, instead of doing indie games, which we've actually very much enjoyed, right? We've really enjoyed doing these indie nights. Scale back on the indie stuff, and then take those nights to actually go do Retro React, right? Because I just can't do everything at once. It's just not possible. So let's see what happens, all right? But for now, I liked doing Throwback. I think it was a great channel. I want to say thanks to anyone who watched the videos, who contributed to the channel with super thanks, who actually attended the live streams and supported, and anyone who actually was a paid sub over there. That's really nice. But like I said, I'm making $40 a month on the channel. It's not worth the insane amount of work that was going into it at this point. The whole posterity project technically was completed last year, and we just kind of extended it. But at this point, it's not necessarily necessary, right? It's just kind of an optional thing. It's nice to be able to do it as a side project. Like I said, it's kind of like my passion project, but it's not anything that's really panning out to be anything too important at this point. So for now, DSP Throwback is on hiatus. Later this year, I am planning on doing Retro React. If at all you feel like it would be a good time to do it and you have an idea what should be the next playthrough we do for Retro React, let me know. We originally were thinking Fallout 3, but that was many months ago, and maybe things have changed, okay? Powerhouse Gaming, as I just said, it's on hiatus. He says, will the current playthroughs be finished? It's on hiatus. There's no one to do it. The people who are working on it are gone. So there's no one to finish the playthroughs, no. Right now, it's completely frozen. It may resume in the future, but as of now, no, the work is frozen, and it may or may not ever continue. Okay? There you go. Fair enough? Okay. All right, I hope that explains things. Cool. All right, we have many other topics to talk about, but our first contribution of the day has come in. It is a $2 tip. It's just an idiot, so I'm just going to ignore them. People are so fucking stupid, it's hilarious. Anyway, here's the funniest part. You ready? How you expose stupidity and just nonsense from morons who are mouth droolers. These idiots actually think this is a female crown, except this is the same style of crown that Jerry the King Lawler used in WWE forever. It is a universal crown that was worn in England and other European countries for many years. It's not a female crown. You're just a moron. You know, also like when I wear my white cardigan sweater and people are like, that's a women's sweater. No, you're just a brain dead idiot. You hyper obsess over dumb shit and you turn it into farces and you talk about it like it's a fact. It's not. That's in your little pea brain where you believe that because you're an ignorant moron. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Okay. So we have many other topics to talk about. Let's get into the other one. All right. First of all, let's talk about my upcoming birthday bash this coming Sunday, which will be a marathon style event. All right. Well, what are we doing on Sunday? First off, there will be booze. I actually have something like 9 or 10 remaining shots. Some are the 99 lemonade shots. Some are the 99 fruit flavored shots. I also have some Fireball whiskey shots, and I have one of the Crown Royal shots. So I have a bunch of shots saved up that we can use as like variety shots during this event. In addition, I'm going to have something else, and I'm debating what to get. If you guys have an idea of some kind of other like liquor I should get, should it be tequila? Should it be whiskey? What do you think I should get? I would like your opinions. Okay. And I would like to know exactly what it is that you would like to have me drink for every, certain level of support that we hit. Okay? So let's see. Let's see how it goes. Give me your ideas over the week, because this Saturday I'm going to go get something else to alternate with all those shots for every $100 of support that I get on the marathon. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, what else are we doing that day? Well, there's going to be food, and my wife's going to make some, but we haven't decided on what yet. She's going to think about it in the second half of this week, what she would like to make for that day. I told her I'd much rather would have her make some like delicious savory food for us rather than a birthday cake this year. Because annually she usually does make me a birthday cake, but since this is a marathon and rather than me ordering out every single marathon, and the fact that likely I'm going to be ordering out multiple times this week for DSP Tries It, I said I'd like to have a homemade meal, so she's going to work on that. Okay? Now, what is it? I don't know yet. I'll let you know later in the week when we talk about it and we get some ideas. Fair enough? Okay. Now, what are we going to do gameplay-wise and hangout-wise during the stream? Well, number one, the major thing you guys seem to want me to do is return to Minecraft for the first time in many years. If you remember, many, many years ago, on the Xbox One, so that's how long ago, I did a year-long ongoing chill stream playthrough of Minecraft, where every week we would build, we would, explore, we would do all kinds of fun stuff, fishing, and it was a very interactive stream where we would talk and hang out and have a great time together. It was just as social as it actually was gameplay, okay? Worked very well, and then we retired it, essentially, when it kind of got boring, with the intention that maybe one day we would return, but then we never did. So we're going to start over. We're actually going to start from scratch. To be honest, I probably won't even remember how to play, and you guys are going to have to help me remember how to do this thing. Also, the fact that it'll be my birthday event, and I'll probably be buzzed or drunk, will add to the hilarity of it. It'll probably be pretty fun, okay? But in addition to me playing Minecraft, you guys said, well, one of the things that you started doing in the last month is building Legos, having Lego nights. Did you think about maybe doing a Lego, thing during your birthday event? And I said, that's actually a pretty good idea, but what would you like? And they said, well, you're already playing Minecraft. The Minecraft movie's coming out. You're going to be doing the Minecraft meal at McDonald's. Why not do a Minecraft Lego set? And we looked at them last week. We looked at the different ones, and I finally got one. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Minecraft Lego set that we will be building together during my birthday event. It is called the Sword Outpost. And the reason that this one's pretty cool is because not only is it a Lego set with a whole bunch of Minecraft figures, but it also has a giant Lego sword that stands out. So if I build this, we can actually figure out if I could put it into my background for the month, and it would actually stand out really well. Okay, I think it would be pretty darn cool, actually. So it is 427 pieces. That's about half the amount of pieces that was in the Lego Succulent set. But I get the feeling it's going to be a lot more straightforward because, as you can see, the pieces are like normal Lego pieces. They're not like weird flower petals and stuff. It likely will be easier to build. And the cool thing is, if we build it, let's say we build it and it takes 2-3 hours to build during the marathon while we're chilling, while I'm having drinks, all of that. All right. We could just put it right into the background that day. I think that's going to be something very fun to do. Now, here's the thing. If we start building it and we build it for an hour and we're bored, we don't have to finish it. This could be something that we do later on. Okay? But let's see how it goes. Here it is. It's here. It's ready to go. It looks cool. I think it's going to be a fun project to do during the marathon. I hope you feel the same way. That should be pretty neat. Okay? Now, in addition to that, we already said also I would play this other game that's going viral on Steam. Everyone's talking about this game. Okay? Trying to find it. It was on the main page yesterday. Is it not on the main page anymore? It totally was on the main page yesterday. They removed it? Oh, that's weird. Why would they remove it after only one day on the main page? Well, anyway, it's in my wish list. If I could find my wish list now. Here it is. What did they do? Put it to the bottom? Schedule 1. And it looks really silly to show you. Basically, you are a small-time dope pusher, and you go through the game leveling up, distributing drugs, and basically it's kind of this weird, bad graphics game. But the further you get, you advance, you could actually become a drug kingpin. Okay? Now, obviously, it's very silly. But at the same time, some people might be, oh, it's drugs. It's so cool. I guess we'll see. It's up to you. You guys said you want to see it. I'm willing to get it. We'll play it during my birthday and see how it goes. Okay? Andy Worski would love this. Well, I think it's actually based on his life. I don't know if you guys knew that. But anyway, so here it is, Schedule 1. So that's 3 things that we can do on my birthdays. Number 1, we'll do a podcast. We'll play some Minecraft. We'll build the Minecraft Lego set, and we'll play Schedule 1. We'll also have some food, and then we'll see how time permits. I mean, that very well could be enough to fill the entirety of the day. If not, I'd be totally down to do anything else. For example, we could play another game that I've already started. We could continue with the playthrough. We could do some multiplayer or something. Whatever you guys want. You know, we'll see. I guess we'll play it by ear. But at this point, I feel like we've got enough planned that that's enough for the birthday marathon. Okay? Should be fine. Should be enough content. We'll have a good day. You know, people will probably get me buzzed as I'm doing all this stuff to make it even more silly. Cool. Now, what about Inzoi? Sure, we exactly, Fed. Fed Rogers says, what about Inzoi? I'm sure we could do some Inzoi that day. You know, silly stuff. It's just a relaxing day. What we haven't talked about at all is the 100 goals celebratory event. Because every 100 goals, or every 50 goals we actually set that we hit, we would do something special. So far, if you remember, we did a Mega Man marathon. We did a Viewer's Choice marathon that then resulted in an Onimusha HD playthrough, right? And then we did a Five Nights at Freddy's marathon that was really fun, and we may play more Five Nights at Freddy's games in the future. But we just didn't talk about the 100 goals because we're planning the birthday marathon. So the question is, do I actually do another marathon so close? Like, what if we do the birthday marathon on Sunday, we hit a bunch of goals, and then within a few days, we hit 100 goals? Are we seriously going to do 2 marathons in 1 week? So honestly, I'm just not sure what to do. Should we do something different? If we do something different, what do we do? What should be the 100 goals event then? Itchy says play Mega Man. See, that's the thing. If you were to ask me, Phil, what would you most like to do? I'd be like, dude, I totally want to do the Mega Man Classic Marathon Part 2. Because I bought the game back in January. We played Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, and that's all we had time for. Now it's friggin' April. I want to play 4, 5, and 6. I would love to do that, actually. But I just don't know what else to do, you know? So I would love your thoughts, but we seriously have to start figuring this out. Because if we don't, we're not going to have any idea what's going on, and it's going to hit, and we're going to be like, well, now what? I want to keep the momentum going. I want people excited. I want people enticed. I want people wanting to contribute so we can hit these goals. So what do we do for 100? All right? My idea is the Mega Man Marathon again. Okay? So let's see what else you guys think, and we'll go from there. Fair enough? Okay, good. Some shout outs to do. Someone said $2 says, don't axe throwback. I missed the Bully and Fallout playthroughs. Well, you missed the Bully and Fallout playthroughs. The Fallout playthrough is there. The Bully playthroughs on this channel. I don't even know how you could miss them. If you have an email, I'm willing to help. I thought it was a passion project, passion over profits. I told you, it's a combination of so many things. Number one, no one's watching it. Number two, it's making no money. It's costing more money than it is to make. You know what I mean? I'm spending money, losing money every month on it. Number three, I don't have all the editors anymore to do it. There's no way I could continue it even if I wanted to. It's not possible. Okay? And like I said, perhaps in the future I would consider going back and continuing it, but for now, no. Okay. So by the way, that was our first contribution of the entire stream, everybody. Guys, let's get some support rolling. Let's get momentum building here on the stream so that we can do DSP tries at the McDonald's Minecraft meal by the end of this week. That is really the goal. We're doing Chick-fil-A today. In fact, we're going to go to the menu next and we're going to figure out what to order. But after Chick-fil-A, the next one is at 90 goals. Let's hit that by the end of this week. Friday, let's do it. Let's order the Minecraft meal and try it. So let's hit those goals. Okay, let's get our first super chat of the day. Let's get our first gifted sub of the day. Let me tell you, on Kick, support has dwindled massively. Okay? Why is support dwindled? Because all of the casino simps ran back to the casino to suck on their dicks all day instead of actually watching meaningful content. I can't stop that. Okay? I can't. Literally a bunch of people who just do whatever they're told, have no independent thought whatsoever, and would rather watch two life losers sitting there ringing dinner bells and screaming about drama than actual like gameplay content or just hanging out having a good time. You know, so you know what? More power to them, but that was just a lot of people who were here and were supporting the Kick channel and they're gone. And they're not going to come back. You have to understand that, right? I really wish that more people would be open-minded and say, you know, I can like this, but I can also like this. I don't have to only like one or the other or like this because I'm told by this group to like this. You can have a brain. You can be independent. You can think for yourself and you can support what you like. But sadly, a lot of people just aren't like that. They just want to be led in life like sheep through a pasture by a fucking herder. That's all they want, to be told what to do. Please tell me how to live, right? So the Kick support has dwindled massively. All right. It would be great if today we could get some support on Kick. It is the final day of the month. So it would count and I would, get credit for it right away. All right. Please consider becoming a sub or gifting some subs over on Kick if you like the content and you like the fact that I stream there, despite the fact that most of the support has left. Okay. So, thank you in advance. But like I said, let's get our first super chat of the day. Let's get our first member of the day. We haven't gotten any of those right now, and I would appreciate that support. Okay? All right. I received a $2 tip. There's a gun in the office. That's right. That is a game that we talked about yesterday. It's called There's a Gun in the Office, where you are kidnapped by like a criminal and you're trying to escape and you're trying to find this gun that's hidden in the office and defend yourself against this criminal that's like taking everyone hostage. Sounds like an interesting premise for a game. Maybe we could check that out during my birthday marathon. Yeah, we'll see. That's actually a good suggestion. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, sorry, I got distracted. I was trying to read what a bunch of idiots were saying on Kick, and I banned a bunch of morons. Because here's the thing: a lot of people seem to think that because content is meaningful, because content is positive, it can't be entertaining. That's completely false. Would I be successful if people didn't find my content entertaining? No. Here's the difference. There's a lot more younger, immature, very disrespectful, very immoral people on this planet than there are people who are older, more mature, more positive, and who actually want to do something meaningful with their time. Get it? I know, because I used to be like that too when I was young. I was an idiot, and I constantly thought about trolling and hating on this person and dumping on this person and bullying people. And I've grown out of that because I'm now an older, more mature person who understands what's actually valuable in life. When you're young, you don't see that. Get it? You don't. You just think that everything's fine. Who cares about the consequences? No morals, no values. Get by any means necessary. Grab that bag, no matter who gets hurt. Step on everyone. Keep going forward. And as long as you make out and you get a profit, who gives a shit about anything else? That's Kino Casino. Want to know how I know that? Because that's what PPP said to me, literally word for word. He said, all of your supporters are basically just disposable people. You're not their friends. They're not your friends. You don't have to ever care about them. All they are a way to fill your pockets. They're your whales. They're your funding. That's it. And you just step on them and you keep going. That's how they operate over there. That's not me. That's never going to be me, because that's not who I am as a person. That's not who I am as a creator. So when everyone looks at me and laughs at me and says, oh, your content isn't successful because it's not entertaining, I say, actually, my content is entertaining, but it's just too fucking smart for you, you dunce mouth jeweler. You'd rather go to a channel with a big overweight dude screaming at the top of his lungs, literally ringing a dinner bell. Okay? Something that you would attract small children in a field. Hey, it's dinner time, everyone. Right? This is what he does. And he sits there bullying people on the internet who don't know who they are, who don't have anything to do with them, but they just sit there bullying them all day for personal gain. And the people who watch the content eat it up because they're mentally deficient. That's the kind of people who enjoy that content. Mentally deficient people who have no morals, no values, don't realize what they're doing, not only is incredibly harmful to people, but also a waste of your time. That's what you don't get. If I can make a living doing positive content that doesn't hurt anyone, then that is infinitely more meaningful to this planet and to humanity as a whole than someone who got a laugh and got a bunch of money, but they hurt people to do it. Don't you see the difference? And the thing is, many of you won't. You're going to get older one day, and you're going to hit the age where you're going to realize time is limited, time is valuable. Every moment that you have, every breath that you take is one less that you have on this planet, and eventually you're going to run out of time. And when you get to that age and you start to see mortality, you start to see the human condition around you. Your family members are getting older and getting sick and starting to pass away. And people who you used to idolize are no longer with you. And, beloved things of your life are changing for the worse. And you see all this happening around you. When you're not in your 20s and you think that the sky is the limit and who cares who you hurt, your whole mindset will change. Because that's exactly what happened to me. 100%. I changed as a person. I became a better individual. Now I don't want to be associated with toxic, hateful stuff. I don't. I just want to be me. All right? And so it's sad because there's so many people on the internet, all right, that just don't get it. They just think that, oh, everything is just, I'm going to live forever and everything's fine, hurt everyone, bully everyone. Oh, it's so funny. It's not. The only people who think it's funny are dumb people. But let's be honest, there's tons of dumb people. Why do you think there's so many popular morons on this planet? The fucking Paul brothers, are you kidding me? Why would anyone ever listen to a word they ever said? Because they're dumb too. But that's the human condition, right? So as I get older and I get wiser and I look at the whole situation, it's just a shame. All right? It is. But that's what I mean. Like, I feel like what's going to happen is what happens all the time. People will get older and realize, oh, crap. Well, I wasted all this time and, people tried to warn me and people tried to tell me, but I didn't listen because I was young and I can't possibly be wrong in what I'm doing. I'm smarter than everyone and I know better. And you get older and you realize you just weren't that smart and you weren't that wise and you were an idiot. I look back at my days in the Street Fighter community when I was a troll in that community and how bad I was to everyone in it and how I regret that now, but I can't go back and change it. Now it's a whole new generation, only you're not even doing it in person. You're doing it on the internet. You're hiding behind a computer like a pussy, making fun of someone from across the world, ringing your fucking dinner bell like the Pied Piper of retards, bringing them all to the table to throw you money. It's just disgusting. Okay, it is. It's fucked up. So anyway, I realize that's what's going on the Kick side of things. Most people who are watching me on the Kick side of things were casino viewers, and now that the casino is so anti-DSP, right? Why? Because I dared to tell them, no, I'm not going to do your garbage drama content. I'm not going to have Steve Cambion from fucking Truth Seekers be my evil villain co-part, and we're going to do gaming challenges against each other. What the fuck are you talking about? It sounds like something a 4-year-old came up with, and this is what you want me to do, and you're forcing me to do, because I don't want to do it, but you're still having me do it anyway. So I got the fuck out of there. I cut the cord. They can't stand that because they wanted to be in power. Get it? They wanted to be the power in the situation. They thought that they were going to be the puppet masters controlling this weird lolcow universe, trying to copy what Keemstar has done with his content. That's exactly what PPP wanted. He wanted to have his own lolcow universe. And it's never going to work because people don't want to work like that. People don't want to be PPP's puppet. It's just ridiculous. And I got out of there, and that's why they hate me. So they're going to sit there and they're going to dump on me every day, and I don't give a shit. All right? I haven't seen a single piece of it. I don't even know what they're saying. I don't care. But it's a shame that people can't judge for themselves and say, hey, well, Phil is completely different. That's why he left. That's why he did what he did. Well, I was watching his content, and actually it was pretty good. Or maybe you just, you thought it was something different, and you like to stick around and hang out and support it. Well, I'm seeing more and more. I'm getting lots of support on the YouTube side, which I very much appreciate. It's keeping me afloat. It's keeping stuff going well. I'm hitting my goals. But on the Kick side, stuff is just completely dwindling. And it's sad because I worked hard to make that co-streaming work. I've implemented all these changes. I want the Kick stuff to work. And I feel like the more that I work at it, and if I keep trying to persevere and stream on Kick, that things will grow and get better, but it's just a bunch of time and effort. And that's the sad fact is things take time. There was a temporary insane boost because of the casino stuff, and now that that's over, now it's going to take a lot of time and dedication and work to make it work on another platform. For those who are still here, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. But man, it would be great if you could actually support, because I was getting tons of support from Kick every month, and it looks like pretty much overnight it's gone. And there's nothing I can really do about that. Right? It's not in my control. It was a distinct decision by PPP to do what he did. It was always his plan. Everyone knows that. It was always his plan that he was going to turn on me. He was either going to fully control me and use me for personal gain, despite the fact that I didn't want to do that kind of content, or he was going to turn on me to get personal gain. So it was either personal gain via this way that hurts Phil, or personal gain via this way that hurts Phil. That was his plan all along, because he had no creativity in his fucking brain. He has none. He couldn't think of any good ideas. Just nothing up there. Vapid hay. So, it is what it is. Okay. So let's do some shout outs. Then let's look at this Chick-fil-A menu. All right, figure out what we're going to order today. And I want to talk a little bit about Disco Elysium, because I don't know what to do about the game. It's kind of a unique situation I've never really encountered before. Okay? Okay. So we've got NVL Roy with our first super chat of the day, $2. King Phil, the casino is overrated. I told you guys since day one. Did I not say this? I said, I can't stand it. I went over there. And even when I was a guest, like I could stand it for maybe like an hour. But after that, it just gives me a fucking headache. It's just the same tired formula. Find someone on the internet that people call a lol cow. Make fun of what they do. Scream at the top of your lungs. Ring a bell. Play a slide flute. Laugh maniacally. Okay, on to the next one. On to the next one. It's just the most boring formula. But the thing is, you have to see through the bullshit. You have to see through the Pied Piper thing that they put on to realize this is the most boring shit ever. That shit is super boring. But people like drama and making fun of people and bullying. So, oh, it's fun. It's not. It's actually super fucking boring. There's nothing of interest over there. Who cares what Ethan Ralph did today? Who cares what Cog did or Beardson did on a fucking stream? Who cares about nerds on the go? Are you fucking kidding me? It's the most boring shit you could possibly make content on. And that's their fucking repertoire. That's what they do all day. Put me to sleep. Give me a pillow. Oh my God. Anyway, we've got Javi, Nobody the Hate Monger, with a $2 super chat says, why are you trying to hurt the casino with slander? I'm not trying to hurt the casino with slander. I'm speaking facts. The problem is too many people don't understand the difference. All I'm doing is factual observations, right? Jasper Kitty's going crazy in the hallway right now. He's running all over the place, sliding, full of energy. Okay. Of course. Like someone tipped $2 and says, crazy how certain chatters appear so upset that you would say anything about the casino right now. But then I see those same names hyping them up when they shit on you on their streams. Amazing bias. Of course. Do you think I give a shit about what those idiots say? I don't care what people, oh, how dare you say something about the casino? No, how dare they? How dare they fuck with me? Like, I don't have the right to say anything back, but they have the right to uncontrollably just say what they want, right? No, fuck you. Anyway, someone tipped $2 and says, are you going to bring back the old rewards? No, the old rewards were phased out for a reason. Long before I ever dealt with Keno Casino, it was my idea to phase out tiered rewards of glasses and fucking hats and vests. It's stupid. All right, just going to be honest with you. The glasses, the hat, and the vest are all stupid. They are. They were dumb ideas. The vest was something that happened out of nowhere. Okay, literally out of nowhere. It was never planned. All right, at all. And it just virally worked. People liked having the vest. People talked about it in other places. It led to a crazy streak of support. It was absolutely unexpected and out of control. Okay. And then after that, it kind of blew up. It was like, well, what do we do next? What do we do next? And we did it for years. It was just boring. Listen, I'm a normal dude. I want to dress up in normal clothes. I want to relax and have a good time with my audience. I don't want to have to be playing dress up and blowing bubbles and doing dumb shit. You know, we want to build to awesome rewards like, hey, let's do a special stream event. Hey, let's do a marathon. Hey, let's do this. Let's order some special meal and you could do a taste test together. That's something different than, oh, let's dress up every stream like an idiot. Okay. I'm not going back to the old things. All right. I'm just not. I'm not going back to the old ways. We're on to the new. Once you move on to the new, you keep moving forward. You don't go back. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. We have Cyrax Groiper, who became a sub over on Kick. Thank you to Cyrax Groiper for our first sub of the day. I don't really know what Groiper means. I think it has something to do with political stuff, right? I don't know. It sounds bad to me. Groiper? Is this supposed to be a positive term? Groiper? Like it's a group on the internet or whatever? I don't even know. I'm lost. It sounds weird to me. It sounds like groper, like you're gonna grope someone. You're gonna like grab their ball sack or something. It doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't. I don't find any positive association with the word groiper. It's a reference to a bad word, is it? It means a racist or an anti-Semitic? Does it? Well, then there you go. So don't put it on the leaderboard? All right. Well, we'll do Cyrax G then. That's why I asked, because I had no idea what it meant. I have no clue. I'm ignorant to this nonsense. Cyrax the rapper did a $2 super chat and says PPP acts like a crazy ex-girlfriend. Dude, did you see his reaction? All right. He says to me multiple times over the course of several months, hey man, so yeah, I got too worked up and I said things that were inflammatory and insulting to you and your wife, and I'm sorry about it. And I wouldn't blame you if you want to break off all contact with the casino, that's your call, and it's fine. So after him doing this multiple times, I break off all contact with the casino and I kick him off my show, Smart Guys, and he immediately snaps and turns into like a spurned ex-girlfriend. Literally sending me, you F word, you F this, F that, even though literally a week or 2 weeks before he had said, oh, I owe you big time for this favor you did going on Steve's show. He immediately says, oh, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you any favors, you F, 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 ungrateful F, F, F. The guy's nuts. The guy's fucking nuts. He doesn't actually understand the best stuff that we profited from was my idea. It was my idea to reach out and talk to them. It was my idea to have a crossover. It was my idea to do the co-op commentary on the Rich documentary. Okay. All that was the biggest stuff we ever did. All right. After that, it was all the ball in their court. So what did they do? Okay. There was one show where I talked with the guy who owns Kiwi Farms, Josh Moo, right? After that, it was literally fail, fail, fail. They couldn't do anything. Oh, we can't get this guy. We can't get that guy. This guy's ghosting us. This guy won't do it. But I don't understand. The whole premise of me working with you is that you had all these connections. You had a Rolodex of important people who all wanted to deal with me. And now there was access and we could do all this great content together. And one by one, they got turned down over and over and over. Literally falling apart. They looked like buffoons. Now, did we talk about this publicly? Of course not. But that's what was happening behind the scenes. They had no clout, no reach, no power. They were a bunch of losers. Now, am I going to sit here and dump on them every day? No. So instead, I just kind of ignored it. And then people were asking me, Phil, why aren't you doing anything with the casino? Why aren't you doing any work with them? Because they can't make anything work. Every idea that they've had has failed. Literally every one. So I'm just sitting around doing my own thing. And then it's like, oh, I don't understand, Phil. I thought you had momentum. Well, I did until they ran out of ideas and had no clout to do anything. So then what ended up happening was, we basically didn't do anything for a long time. And then this year we started Smart Guys. And the only ideas that PPP could come up with was completely change Phil into a drama content creator, which I don't want to do. I don't want to be a villain on the internet. I don't want to start drama and arguments with other people. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. So that's funny. Like it starts off one way, but then basically their own shortcomings, the fact that literally no one actually wants to work with them because no one likes them. They basically have burned every bridge. Everyone knows that they're bad news. Everyone knows that they're a bad association, right? So everyone turns them up. No, we don't want to work with you. So now what do? Oh, I guess we got to build our own lolcow universe, copying Keemstar. So let's have DSP and Steve Cambion and others be part of our lolcow universe, and we'll all go at each other with staged drama. If I had known that's what they were going to want to do from day one, I never would have got, ever. ever involved. But that's what they degraded to. That's all they could do. They don't have any power to do anything. They suck, you know? Let's see. Jalen did a $5 super chat. I'm riding with you till the wheels fall off. You're entertaining and I love your content. Well, thank you, Jalen. I really wish I didn't have this frog in my throat today, but I think it's allergies because everything's starting to bloom outside now. And I get bad allergies when that happens. So my throat is like gunked up today. Okay. Cyrex the Rapper did a $2 super chat. PPP insults your wife because he wants to be here. I don't know about that. I will say this. I feel bad because I know the guy is lonely as shit. Seriously. Lonely as shit. 100% lonely as hell. The guy has no friends. Okay, just being honest. He has no real friends. He's messaging me in the middle of the night. It's like 1 a.m. for me. And I'm like getting ready for bed. Do you know what time it is for him? He's East Coast. It's like 4 a.m. The dude's fucking messaging me in the middle of the night. He wants me to fly out to Florida to go to a bar to see Hulk Hogan. What are you talking about? No, I have no desire to do that. I'm happily married. I don't want to fly to Florida to spend time with you. Like, what are you talking about, dude? It's just very bizarre. Again, I've never been in that life situation, so maybe I just don't understand. But, it's just weird. I feel like he really does feel like I betrayed him, even though he doesn't understand that I was happily married. I mean, I am happily married. I'm not looking for a close friend to hang out with. I certainly don't need to fly to Florida to spend time at a bar with someone. Okay? It's weird shit. It is. It's like, again, like it felt like he was attaching himself to me in this friendly way. I was like, nah, I just wanted to do some work with you so that we could actually like make money and do fun stuff together and we'd benefit. And then their ideas just flopped and flopped and flopped. It's like, damn, this sucks. I was open to suggestions as long as it didn't mean that it changes everything I am on the internet. You know what I mean? Weird. But no, I don't think he wanted to be my wife, but I really do feel like he had like he doesn't have any friends, right? Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, so this Groiper term, it's a term for Nick Fuentes' white nationalist fan base. Basically, it means that you're a racist. Okay. I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. I didn't understand. That's why I asked. Okay. Gotcha. Thanks for the tip. Dave Davey did a $2 super chat. He says, why won't you say this to their face? Because I'm not going to ever be a part of their content ever again. I'm not going to go on their show. What are you, retarded? Why would I ever give them another moment of time? If I'm going to say this, it'll be in my content, so I benefit. I get the views. I get the boost. I'm not going to give them anything ever again. They don't deserve it. What did they do to deserve more of my time? You're out of your mind. What's up, Game Boy? How are you today, man? So I'm a coward? No, I'm intelligent, you stupid idiot. When you have someone who is your opposition, who's someone who has nothing but disdain for you and can do nothing but personally gain out of your involvement, you don't involve yourself with them. Don't you get it? That's how you fuck them. You don't give them the free win. You don't walk into the lion's den like a moron and give them a freebie. Well, that's the dumbest thing possible. Foggy Bottom, thanks for a $2 super chat. Ghost, how are you? Oh, I have no idea what's going on with your chat. I'm not seeing that, Zayas. My chat is working fine. Oh, yes, I'm well aware that every time that I talk about them, they're going to clip the content because this is all they do. Again, they're hacks. They don't have content. The only way that the casino has content is to copy someone else's content. Do you get it? They have no original content. Their original content doesn't work. Like when Andy tries to play a game at night, they lose all their viewers. They all leave. They don't have original content. All they can do is make fun of others. So that's what I mean. Like that of course, they are, oh yeah, I hope Phil talks about us today so we can clip it and we can talk about it. Yeah, I get it. That's called lowbrow, dumbest, lowest common denominator, garbage content, bottom of the barrel, shoveling shit for dumb people. I get it. Okay. All right. Well, I have an important topic to talk about. It's about Disco Elysium because I don't know what to do about this game. I'm really torn about this, guys. All right. So let's talk. Actually, hold on a second. Let me get the Minecraft set. I'll put it over there and we'll have it saved for Sunday for the birthday marathon coming up. Okay? Cool. So here's the deal. What's going on with Disco Elysium? All right. So I played it last week for around 2 hours, the premiere stream. And Disco Elysium is essentially kind of like The Secret of Monkey Island, but with insane amounts of dialogue. Okay. Like for me, this game is a combination of, I would say, Phoenix Wright and Monkey Island. That's kind of what it feels like to me. It is a point-and-click adventure game, but it has so much dialogue and dialogue choices and investigation as part of the game that it feels like it's two genres smacked together into one. So it is unique in that regard, okay? And I've actually enjoyed it. I've played it now for 4 hours. The first 2 hours was me just getting into the game, doing the initial murder investigation, meeting people, getting used to the gameplay mechanics. Last stream last night was literally 2 hours of side content. We walked into a bookstore. This bookstore had its own isolated plot line with a mystery to solve that had a supernatural element and a lot of investigation. And I used everything that I had found up to now to investigate, like a flashlight so I could see, and solving puzzles and doing dialogue checks and doing different kinds of things. And then at the end, there was like a bunch of checks and puzzles and things. And at the very end, it was 2 whole hours. This side quest, I got a bunch of experience. I leveled up like 3 times during it, got some items, got some good stuff, and I had a good time with it. Okay, but wherein I feel the problem lies with Disco Elysium is very simple. It is an incredibly dialogue-heavy game. It is probably one of the most wordy games, wordy, W-O-R-D-Y, that I've ever played in my life. It's just blah, 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 blah. And it's nonstop. The entire game is like this, okay? This, sadly, doesn't appeal to a wide audience on a stream, I feel, okay? Essentially, what happens is I start to play this game, and people completely tune out. They're like, wow, this is too wordy. I'm not that interested. And then they'll go away and then come back later or walk away from the stream, have it playing in the background or whatever, right? So yesterday we started off Disco Elysium with 400 viewers. Okay? About halfway through the stream, the entirety of the stream was disengaged. On YouTube, no one spoke for 7 minutes. 7 minutes straight, not a single comment in the chat. No one was tagging me. No one was talking to me. No one was actually engaging at all. And although people were like, well, we are watching, we have it playing in the background, no one was really caring about what happened on the stream. Just being honest. There were a few people who were engaged, but very few. It concerned me because the whole point of me being a live streamer is to put out content that engages an audience and entertains them. And the idea is they enjoy it to the fact where they want to reciprocate with engagement to me, talking with me, and then actually supporting the stream. Now, here's the funny part about all of it. Before some wise guy idiot tries to speak up and says, oh, it's a wage quit. See, Phil, you don't want to play Disco Elysium because it doesn't make you any money. The first stream of Disco Elysium made me over $200. Last night's stream of Disco Elysium that had low engagement, low viewership, and dead chats made me over $180. The game actually is profitable, actually more so than the other games I'm playing. It's actually making me more. Okay? Now, will it actually do that moving forward? You never know. You never know if that's sustainable or not. Okay? But I just don't know what to do when every time I play this game, the attendance dwindles and the engagement is non-existent. Correct? And that's the thing. If it's not all about money, it's not all about views, it's not all about engagement, it's about a combination of the three. The absolute best content as a gaming content creator is content that people turn out to watch, hang out and engage with in the chat, and support. That's the magic combination. If you only have one of the three, you can have sky-high views, but if no one's engaging the content and no one's supporting it, what's the point of the views? They're worthless. You could have a stream where there's tons and tons of engagement. But if you get no views and no support, great, you entertained 5 people, and now your business is failing, right? On the flip side of that, right, you can have a stream where someone comes by and says, wow, I really like this game, right? I really love it. I'm going to support it because I want to see you keep playing it. And so that one person or 2 people, in the case of this, there were like 3 people yesterday who were very generous. 1 was incredibly generous and 2 were also generous, and it added up to a lot of support, right? But it's like 3 people. You're not streaming for 3 people. You know what I mean? If that's the case, you might as well do private streams that the people just privately finance. And I stopped doing that. I had that available on my Patreon where you could, pledge $50 or more, and I would do like a 20-minute private video for you or whatever. So technically, yeah, I could do a private playthrough, but it's not what I do. I'm broadcasting for a public audience. Like, that's the whole idea. So how do I tell if a game is working or not? I just don't know. To me, like, I like the game and it's unique and it's interesting and I like to keep playing it. But when the entire audience is saying this is boring and you only get like 2 people who are supporting it, but they're supporting highly, then what do you do? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't have the answer. That's why I'm presenting this to all of you. This has nothing to do with wage quitting. It's actually more, I understand that most people aren't liking the game. To me, Disco Elysium seems like the kind of game that you could really enjoy for yourself. You play it, you mess with dialogue options, you like the wordiness of it, you play it at your own pace. There's no rush. There's no, I have to make a witty joke here as I'm playing it or whatever. It's simply, you play it and you enjoy it, right? For yourself. There are games that just aren't good streaming games, okay? And I just don't know what to do about it. So Swish Treats, who no lie was the big supporter last night, says, I say drop it. I love it, but like you said, it's not for the audience at large. Hearts to Heart says, no, you should give it another stream. Dummy Koala says, I don't know. Support was good. Chat interaction was low. It might be a game best played offline. See, it's a tough call. It's not even a situation where it's like, hey, a lot of people like it, but no one supported it. Can we get some people to step up and support it? I feel like that's an easier situation. It really is. Because it's like, then you might have some people who are like, oh, okay, I am liking it. You know what? I will support it. Let's keep it in the rotation. You can't make people watch what they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Nor would I actually ask people, hey, stick around and watch the content you don't like. The whole thing that I say is I'm a variety streamer. Come and watch the content I put out that you like. If at any given moment you don't like a game, there's another one of a different genre coming later today. Do you not like Atomfall? Then come back for Pirate Yakuza. Okay? Do you not like Suikoden or Suikoden 1 Remake? Then come back for Street Fighter. Right? It's all different. And that's the good thing about my content. You have that variety. You're never really stuck with one thing. But, man, I'm being told, no exaggeration, Disco Elysium is 40 hours long. 40 hours of a game where I can't even get 200 viewers? I didn't even have 200 viewers last night. They all, like I said, we started with over 400. I had like 140, 50 on YouTube and 40 on Kick. That's the lowest attendance I've had for anything. Like literally anything. I don't think I've had lower attendance. So I'm not really sure. I mean, right now, I have 79 viewers on Kick, and I have over 300 viewers on YouTube. We have 400 total viewers. Do you see? I'm just shooting the shit, just talking about random topics. So, I mean, I don't know what to do about it. It just doesn't seem like a game that's engaging to an audience. But maybe it is a great game that deserves praise and a game that people should play in their private time. The thing is, I don't have private time to game. I don't. I literally don't game in my private time. All my private time is spent with my wife, my cat, maintaining a household, doing things outside of gaming. So I'm honestly not sure how to handle a game like this. Because like right now, I can tell you, so we're doing Atomfall and Pirate Yakuza today. Tomorrow we're doing the Suikoden remake, and we're going to do more Inzoi on the late stream. But then the question arises on Wednesday or on Friday, do I play more Disco Elysium? Or do we just say, we gave it a shot, we're done with it? I don't know. And like I said, the other thing is, this is what ends up happening, right? So we had an incredibly supportive person. What the hell just happened with my chat? We had an incredibly supportive person last night. All right. Swish Treats. Giant tip. So we hit the goal right away. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Swish Treats, right? But I don't want to put pressure on one or more people that they know that they're the only people who are supporting a game playthrough. And if they don't show up and support it, that it's a night that's a dead night. I don't want to put that on anyone. And I feel like they might actually start feeling that. They know that, oh, I'm the only person who's coming by and throwing any kind of support for this. So if I'm not there, Phil's going to have a dead night. I don't want that. I feel like that's kind of unfair. And Swish Treats literally told me to stop playing it. Okay. When are we doing more Call of Duty? I don't know. I actually didn't put any into the schedule for this week at all. I kind of left it out. Because last week when we played it didn't do so well. And quite honestly, I think I've been playing it a lot and I wanted to give it a break and do other stuff. So that's why, like, this week with Atomfall, with Inzoi, it kind of allows us to focus more on that stuff and not really worry too much about Call of Duty. Maybe I'll go back to Call of Duty when it updates, because apparently it updates this week, I think. I think people were telling me, like, the end of this week, there's a big season update, and there's going to be new maps and stuff. So maybe we go back to it next week when all that's in effect. Excuse me. And there you go. Switch Tree says, yeah, I can't afford to come by every stream of Disco Elysium, so it makes sense to find a game that everyone enjoys together, right? Am I still subscribed to Nexus Mods? I guess so, because I don't think I ever unsubscribed. So I guess I am. I received a $2.25 tip from Puffy Nipples. No, Soggy Nipples. Do you think that the casino fakes views? Do you think 3,000 people are watching them? I have no idea. I will tell you this. There's definitely view botting going on in general because it's happening to me. Look at what happened during the stream of Smart Guys with Ethan Ralph. All of a sudden, my views on both YouTube and Kick skyrocket out of nowhere. Right? Like, what is going on? And then, of course, they don't count. That's the thing about view bots. They don't count. Like, you don't keep those views. You only see them temporarily, but they don't record. So you may at first look like you're getting more attention, and then it goes away anyway. So it doesn't matter. It's just a waste of time and money. So I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. But I don't know. The thing is, I can't comment on that on Kino Casino because I don't watch them. If I watch them and I could look at the behavior, like, for example, the way that you can definitely tell there's a view bot is all of a sudden an insane amount of viewers rush in at once. And then all of a sudden an insane amount of viewers all leave at once. That's a telltale sign of view botting. Okay? If you see a gradual increase and a gradual decrease, that's more natural. So I don't know if the casino has that or not. I'm not going to like, I'll talk shit about them from stuff I know. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to make stuff up, you know? So I have no clue. But I know that there's view botting going on. For sure, there's view botting going on. And I don't know what the intent is. Like I said yesterday, I think the reason they tried to view bot Smart Guys is because they actually thought that Ethan Ralph would do a ridiculous amount of stuff not allowed on YouTube. And because the stream would have so many views that YouTube would like act on it right away, which, by the way, isn't the case. Just for the record, YouTube is like, they drag their feet on everything. They don't move fast in any situation whatsoever. They're really slow. So none of that even matters. But Cyrax Groiper is claiming that they used to mess with Ralph using bots. It's on the record. They have a history, so they wouldn't be surprising. Again, I don't know. I can't. I'm not going to talk out of my ass about something that I don't know and I have no evidence of. I can tell you about from my experiences with those guys what I actually know or don't know from, you know, how they behave and what actually went down. I'm not going to just make shit up to start drama. I just speak facts. Okay, so I have no clue. Ghost says, do you ever think there will be a day with civility between you and Kino Casino? Not friendship, but civility. It's this simple. You ready? I have absolutely, positively nothing to gain from bringing them up or causing drama regarding them. Zero. My audience doesn't care about drama. You guys are not coming to my streams to hear me talk shit. I've tried it with Rich, with LTG, with Ralph, with others. No one cares. You guys are here to chill, to talk games, to talk events, to hang out, to have a good time. That's what you're here for. That's the audience that I have basically created in the 17 years that I've been a creator. No one is coming here to hear me felt someone, even though I do it from time to time. There's literally no benefit from it. People would much rather see me enjoy a game and then support that stream than hear me sit here crapping on Kino Casino for an hour. Because I could do it. I could sit here and have an entire stream where all I do is I reveal all the stuff that we went through together and I slander them and I smash them and crush them and felt them or whatever you want to call it. I could do that. But I have nothing to benefit from it. Zero. It would just be me venting. Maybe I'd feel a little better, but it wouldn't actually help anything. So what's the point? This will all end the day when they stop talking about me. And that I don't think will ever happen because if you know the way their show works, it's a rotating thing. They don't have content. They rely on others. So all they're going to do is rotate around talking about me and everyone else that they talk about. Again, the Beardsons, the Ethan Ralphs, everyone who they wrote, the Nick Ricketas, whatever. And I'll just be one of the many people that they talk about over time. Every once in a while, they'll think I did something stupid and they'll bring it up and they'll make fun of me. And then they'll just move on to someone else on their list and they'll just keep going. And that's really it. I'm not going to keep bringing them up because I don't care. Literally, I don't even know what they talk about. I don't even know what they've said about me now because I haven't watched a single second of their content since I dumped PPP and told him I'm not doing content with him anymore. That was literally the last piece I ever seen. Remember, he freaked out and he was like, "You won't respond to my Twitter because you know it's true." I didn't see what's on his Twitter. I never looked. I don't care. I'm so far above and past this nonsense. I really am. And this is what they don't understand. I'm up here when it comes to quality and morals and everything. They're way the fuck down here. The problem is everyone else is down there with them because they're all stupid. So they make money and they get views, but I don't care. I'm up here above that shit, way past it, more mature. I don't give a shit about it. So again, I'm not going to be caring about what they say and do. They can do whatever they want, and I don't have no involvement in it. But no, I don't feel like they will ever be at a moment where it's like everything's just cool because to me now, they're going to milk me the same way they milk everyone else because that's what they want to do because they think that's profitable for them because again, they don't have content. If they had content, then it would, then it wouldn't be a big, they don't have any content. So all they can do is just keep bringing me up and dumping on me when they feel it's appropriate and then drop it and then get back to it later so it doesn't always feel like they're beating the same dead horse, right? Instead of cake, I should get a cupcake for my birthday. I don't know. I feel like whatever my wife makes me for my birthday meal is going to be good, and I'm not really going to care too much. I'm going to be drinking, so I'm not going to care too much about a cake or a cupcake or anything like that. In fact, sweets probably aren't even going to agree with my stomach that day. Why are there 10-second stretches of dead air? Because I actually read what the audience is saying to respond to it. That's why. It's not just me monologuing, it's me reading what you're saying and answering questions. That's why. Well, thank you. Someone said happy early birthday. No, I haven't gotten the Nintendo Today app yet. No, I have not. I might, because I heard about this app, so I might actually check it out. I don't know how much it would benefit me, but I might actually get it. We'll see. I have to think about it. Thank you, Jesse. Jesse also wished me a early happy birthday. There's a couple people here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. No, there's no copyright strikes. No, that's not happening at all. I don't know why you're saying that. Here's the thing, all right? These guys are dirty and underhanded with what they say, but they don't use stupid tactics like that, okay? They're not going to be hitting copyright strikes. They're not going to be doing that. We're all smarter than that. At least those of us who are in this for the long game, you know what I'm saying? Like those of us who want to do this for a long time, and this is the content that we know that is profitable that we want to do. I want to make content on YouTube for as long as I can. It's kind of like an eye for an eye doesn't make sense because then we're all blind, right? If they hit me with a false strike and then I hit them with a false strike, and all that's going to do is destroy channels. It doesn't make any sense to do that at all. There's no one has hit anyone with a strike. I don't even know why you're saying that. No one has hit anyone with any copyright issues. That's stupid. No, I'm not doing any April Fool's joke. I never do April Fools. The reason is there's already so much nonsense and drama going on every year that like I just don't want to deal with any more. April Fools is fun if, it's a way to break up content. But for me, like, I'm already stressed out. I just don't need more. I don't need to do April Fool's stuff. I don't like pranks. I don't like that kind of shit. So I'm just going to do a normal streaming day tomorrow. What? I'll be the first. Again, I'm going to say something. I'll be the first to tell you if ever there's going to be any involvement with me in anything else. Ghost just said, there's rumors that the Wings of Redemption thing that happened on Lolcall Live is so he can be off the show so you'll go on it. People just like making shit up. They do. Where do you even get that nonsense from? I told you. If ever you're going to hear anything, you get it from me. You don't get it from the nonsense on the internet that's always wrong. It's literally always wrong. Wasn't it just like 2 months ago you guys were like, you're going on Lolcow Queens, aren't you, Phil? No? What are you talking about? But no, we know it's true. It's not. Whatever. No, for now, I like doing smart guys on Thursdays. It's working on Thursdays, okay? I like it on Thursday night. I feel like on Tuesday, it's a little too early in the week. Plus, that means I absolutely have to watch Monday Night Raw the night before and rush the results and have it all ready for Tuesday. I don't like that. I like giving myself a little bit of extra time, not only to watch the show, but then to do all the editing for the intro and everything. I like that extra time. So, do I think WrestleMania being 2 days is too much? Do you want to know the truth? I have never seen a 2-day WrestleMania. Since they started doing it as a 2-day event, I wasn't watching it. That first year, I was the COVID year, and I only watched certain matches. I didn't actually watch the whole thing. I've never watched all of it. So I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see this year because I am watching it all this year. I'll give you my honest feedback then. Okay. No, Cat does not like wrestling. Okay. All right. So I haven't even paid any attention to today. What are we even doing right now? Where are we at? We're at $33 of support. All right, guys. Now listen. Let's get some support rolling. Let's get moving with some support in various ways. We had a bunch of super chats, which is great. A couple of tips. 1 sub. All right. Let's get some memberships going. We don't have any memberships. Let's get some more subs over on Kick, please. Let's get some super chats. Again, who's going to top the top super chat of $5 from Jalen? Who's going to be the new top tipper? Considering that the top tipper is only $2, it'd be pretty easy to top the top tipper, right? Let's get that going so that we can hit some new milestones here, and let's hit that goal going. The Minecraft meal comes out tomorrow, and we want to do it this week, right? We want to do the Minecraft meal this week. So that means we got to be hitting goals. Let's get that going, get that support rolling. I know many of you will be sticking around for Atomfall because you told me that you really liked it, right? I'm interested in it. I hope that you guys are too. So let's do it. We're going to end the show, but let's get a new super chatter, a new tipper. Let's get someone to gift a membership and someone to gift a sub. And then we'll end the show and we'll start with Atomfall. Who's going to do it right now? Lady Charisma says a 2-day WrestleMania that lasts 4 hours a night is better than a 1-night WrestleMania that's 8 hours. Well, I think the whole point is that it's just too long, right? I think that's the entire point here. Is that it's just too long. It shouldn't be that long. Why not have one night of WrestleMania, 5 hours, but every match is amazing instead of 8 hours and half the matches suck and no one cares, right? Would I mind giving some memberships? Actually, I was going to give out all my gifted memberships. Oh wait, it's oh shit. It's the final day of March. Holy crap. I'm giving 5 memberships right now. It's the final day of March. I forgot. I have to give out memberships now. Here we go. Here comes 5 gifted memberships. I have to give them out because they expired today. They should reset tomorrow. I totally forgot about this. Apparently, I gave out none in March. I didn't even think about it. Holy shit. All right, here we go. And then we'll give out another 5 right now. Just do it all because this way I don't forget about them. Here we go. Congrats to the 10 people getting gifted memberships right now. Thank you. I think it was Cracker Jacks who reminded me. I totally forgot all about it because tomorrow there's more. I wanted to give out my April ones during my birthday, but I totally forgot all about this. Okay. Yes, it is Chick-fil-A DSP tries it today. Excuse me. Cheddar Street Chalupas? Ooh, from Taco Bell? That doesn't sound good. Cheddar Street Chalupas. Yeah, so we're gonna do the Chick-fil-A today. We didn't look. I'm gonna get one of the smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwiches, which is the new sandwich. I'm gonna get a drink that has the dragon fruit stuff in it. And I'm gonna get, I don't know what sides to get because it comes with sides. I might just get the waffle fries because the waffle fries are great, right? I don't know if I didn't get the waffle fries last time, right? We didn't. So I should probably do that. Okay. You tried the sandwich? Oh yeah. Some people are saying the sandwich is quite good. All right. A new Jasper, tell me you're not behind my PC. Jasper Kitty. Get out from there. Jasper Kitty. Get out from there. You can't be behind the PC. Those wires are all very, very weird and finicky. If you touch them, something might disconnect and not work. I got to get Jasper out from behind the PC. Jasper Kitty. Come on. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Out from behind. Seriously, you hear it how stuff just disconnects. We can't have him go back there. All right, I received a $6.70 tip. Excuse me. Let's see what this person has to say. I think it's anonymous. We'll see. Oh, man. He said, I'm suffering from COVID. Can you wish me well? The podcast gives me a lot of comfort when I'm sick. Sure. I hope that you recover. When I had COVID, I was mostly an insanely bad headache. Like the worst, arguably the worst headache I've ever had in my life. Just insane amounts of head pressure that was so overwhelming that I couldn't even think straight. To the point where I just really couldn't. Jasper, are you seriously doing it over there now? He went behind the other PC. Jasper Kitty, you can't play with the wires. You've never done this before. Why are you acting like this now? He literally went from the back of that PC to the back of the other PC. I can't finish the show. Not possible. Jasper, could you please stop? Ugh. Anyway, when I had COVID, it was one of the worst headaches of my life. My head was so swollen with pressure that I couldn't think straight for several days. I was just laying in bed and couldn't even maintain like a solid thought because my head was so bad. Only when I pumped an insane amount of Tylenol or Advil into me did I actually have relief of the pressure that could act normal for like a couple hours, and then it would come back when it wore off. Inmate 1 says, will you invest in an air purifier for the allergy season? I could get an air purifier for in here. I never really thought about it, to be frank with you. And I know that they sell them. I guess I could get one. I don't know what's effective. I know there's several different kinds these days. I don't know what would actually work best for this office. Jasper, hold on. Jasper, please stop. Stop messing with the wires. HEPA filter ones. So anything that has a HEPA filter, HEPA. The Jasper cast. How old is Jasper? We believe at this point, okay, he's probably around 8 to 9 years old, but we don't know because he was a rescue with no actual history or paperwork, okay? And that's what sucks. Like, we legit didn't know his medical history. We have no idea why he was only front declawed. It's very odd to find a cat that only is front declawed. Either a cat has all its claws or usually is fully declawed, and his owners front declawed him, but then gave him up for adoption. It doesn't even make sense. It's very bizarre. John did a $5 super chat. Are you going to take suggestions for games like retro games? I feel Castlevania Symphony of the Night would be good. Right now, no. Okay. Right now, I'm not because we have enough games in the rotation. But maybe in the future. But right now, sorry, I got an email that distracted me. Right now, I got too much going on. We're already juggling so many games and things that we don't even, like I said, I want to bring back Retro React. Don't know when I would do that. But thank you, John. Jade, how are you? See you tonight. Jade will be back tonight for Pirate Yakuza. Sounds good. See you tonight, Jade. We're playing Adamfall right now. I'm actually going to end the show, use the bathroom quickly, and then we're going to do about 2.5 hours of Adamfall here today. All right, John actually just became a member, and that actually counts for our first membership of the day. Thank you, John. So now we're up to $47 of support. Thank you, guys. Can we get to 50? Can we get to 50, and then I'll end the show, and then we got 100 to do while I'm playing Adamfall. That'd be great. You're right, I never played the original Legend of Zelda, Cyrax. I never did a playthrough of it. I've done Zelda 2, but never Zelda 1. Yes, indeed. Let's get some more subs over on Kick. That sounds like a plan. What is the light theme today? Supposedly it's called Black Hole. No, I think it's called Electric Space. So it's supposed to be like space, but there's like stuff flying through it or something. I don't know. I just thought we haven't done a purple theme in a long time, so I would do one today for variety. That's really it. No other thought behind it. No, I don't have Philips Hue bulbs. This is all, RGB LED strips and the like. I actually have 2 lamps, and then I have a really strong strip on the ground, and then I have LED strips around the edges of my office as well, and the LEDs that are in each PC. So no lie, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different RGB things in my room. Okay. All right, guys, let's end the show. Long one today, but we had a lot to talk about, right? At least now we've kind of locked into the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing during my birthday. That's good. Finally, I got the Minecraft Legos. That's good. We still have to talk about the 100 goals reward. We still don't know what we're doing for that at all. I would like to do a Mega Man Marathon. I think that would be amazing to bring back the Mega Man Marathon and enjoy those games again. But we'll talk about it more over the week. All right, guys? And Chick-fil-A is today. So I hope that you guys will join me after Adamfall ends for the Chick-fil-A DSP tries. In the meantime, thank you all for a great episode of the Level 1 podcast, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Peace out.